Hey guys, Metal Driver here, back with another WWE Elite review. Today I'll be looking at The Rock and Mankind Elite 2-pack. On the sides of the box you see images of The Rock and Mankind. Then on the back you see an image of The Rock and Mankind from the This Is Your Life segment, and a read-up of The Rock and Sock connection. Alright, now that we have looked at the box, let's go ahead and open this setup and take a closer look. Alright, and here we have The Rock and Sock connection out of the packaging. But before we take a look at the figures, let's go ahead and look at the accessories that they come with. Alright, so this set comes with a ton of accessories, which includes matching Rock and Sock connection jackets, interchangeable fisted hands and open hands for The Rock, perfect for laying the smackdown, a pair of sunglasses for The Rock, open hands for Mankind, Mr. Socko sock, and Rocco sock, and the Rocco sock fits in The Rock's hands perfectly, and it also fits on Mankind's hand perfectly, as well as Mr. Socko, and a pair of Raw is War microphones. So taking a look at the jackets on the figures, they fit very well on both Rock and Mankind. So looking at The Rock, here he has his name on his chest right here. Lettering looks really good. Print work came out very well on that. On the back, it says Rock and Sock connection. Good print work on the back of the jacket. It is a soft goods, which is really nice. The material is good on the figure, so I like this. So I believe the last time we got this was with the Defining Moments Rock set. Now, I'm not sure if it's the exact same material because I don't have that jacket. I do have that figure, just not the accessories that come with it. Then, looking at Mankind, it's got his name, Mick, here on his chest. Printing looks really good on that. Then on the back, same thing as The Rock. It says Rock and Sock connection. Good print work right there. Alright then, taking a closer look at The Rock. So Rock actually gets a brand new head sculpt with this figure. So this one has a little bit of a smirk, which is kind of nice because usually when I think about 1999, 2000 Rock, I don't really think of Rock smiling that much. He was more serious at that time. It wasn't until like around late 2001, 2002-ish, he started being a little sillier in his expressions. But I think this head sculpt is sculpted very well. I like the smirk on the face. The lips are painted very well. The eyes have good paint, although it seems like on mine they're a bit slanted. They seem off. And I did order 2 of these, and both of them seem to have that same issue, so I don't know if this is just an issue with the sculpt, but looking at it very close like this, it does seem a bit off. The eyebrows are painted well, the hair is sculpted really nicely. He's got the long sideburns, which are painted well, and you can even see some slight stubble painted on the face, which looks really good. And here's another angle of the smirk, so that looks really nice. Then taking a look at the rest of the body. So this is the same upper body we've seen with many Rock figures from this era. I think this fits fine for him. He was big, he was buff, but he wasn't as jacked and ripped as he is now, so I think this fits for him. The Brahma Bull tattoo is painted very well, doesn't look sloppy, doesn't seem to be any mispaint, and if you notice, right here on the elbow pad, he actually comes with the Lay at the Smackdown elbow pad, and I wasn't sure if Mattel was going to give us these elbow pads, because I didn't see them in any of the promo pics. But I am pleasantly surprised that we did, because usually Mattel, they like to skimp out on these extra details, especially when it comes to Attitude Era Rock, and I am glad that we got this because he did wear this briefly in late 1999, specifically during the late summer up to late fall, early winter. So it was very brief, but it is nice that we have this. So he did wear this during his Rock and Sock run. And I remember these more so from the WrestleMania 2000 and WWF No Mercy video games. Then looking at the trunks, he's got his 1999 trunk design with this font and color scheme. So I like that they went with this. These were the designs that he wore specifically when he and Mankind first teamed up and won the tag team championship. So the lettering looks good. Paint looks good. Doesn't seem to be any major sloppiness or mispaint, just some slight misses here, but not a big deal. Then looking at the back, so good paint work, no bad paint, no mispaint, no sloppiness, looks really good. Then the rest of his lower body just features the same knee pads and boot design that we have gotten many times with The Rock. So before I look at Mankind, I just want to give Mattel big props to actually giving us a accurate late 1999 Attitude Era Rock. For some reason, whenever they released Attitude Era Rocks, there was always some sort of inaccuracy with the figure. The only exception was the Amazon exclusive Ultimate Edition Rock. But aside from that, all the Elites have had some sort of inaccuracy with the figure. So looking at this Rock over here, this was released with Series 47.5. So this is actually supposedly supposed to be a 1998 Rock, at least that's what the box says. This head sculpt is from 2002, and this tight design is from that era as well. And then with this Rock here, this is Elite 69 Collector's Edition SmackDown Rock, which has the long sideburns, but he has the tight designs that he started wearing in mid-2000, which at that point he did not have these long sideburns. So again, an inaccuracy there. This one is, as far as I can tell, pretty much accurate. Then taking a look at Mankind. This is not a new head sculpt. We have seen this released before with the previous Mankind from this era. So as you can see right here, this was the last Mankind figure that we received in Elite form, at least from 1999. So this was the SummerSlam Elite Mankind. So same sculpt work, just the biggest difference is that this one features the TrueFX printing. Now before we look at that, I do notice that some of the paint on the buttons here on the mask are off, so that's a bit annoying, but not the biggest deal in the world. This mask is removable, and it's not too difficult. So looking at the head sculpt, this does feature the TrueFX printing. The face for the most part looks pretty good. The beard is painted a bit off. There's a little bit of white here, but other than that, the teeth look good, the eyes look pretty good, so do the eyebrows. And then quickly looking at the SummerSlam Mankind. So as you can see, the TrueFX printing makes a world of difference on the face scan, so the new one does look much better in my opinion. Another difference that you may notice is that the ties are different. Same sculpt. The new one has a black tie, whereas the previous one has the WWE logo all over it. The upper body is exactly the same as the previous Mankind figure. Same sculpt work, same paint, same articulation, so that part is a little annoying because I don't like that, but it is what it is. The biggest difference with this Mankind is that this one has blue pants. So this features the blue sweatpants that you can see on the back of the box. However, the back of the box is inaccurate because that is an image from This Is Your Life. Mankind was wearing black sweatpants during that segment, so they photoshopped that. So in case you're wondering when did he wear the blue sweatpants, that is when he and Rock first teamed up on the August 30th edition of Monday Night Raw in 1999. So this is when they first teamed up and won the Tag Team Championship. So it is nice that we got something a little bit different, not just the exact same figure. So I do like the blue pants. I think this is pretty cool. So it's a nice incentive for those that already have the previous version. And if you missed out on that version of Mankind, well, now you have a 1999 Mankind to go with your collection. So this is cool. And then this also reminds me of the alternate attire that is seen in the game No Mercy. Alright, going over the Rock's articulation. Head is on a ball joint, so it can't look that high up. He looks that far down. His head can turn side to side, and it can tilt very well. Shoulder has a hinge that allows it to go that high up. Can rotate all the way around. There's a bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, swivel, and a hinge at the wrist. Ab crunch allows him to go that far forward, go that far back. There's a waist swivel. Ball joints at the hips which allow the legs to go that far out. They can go that high up. There's a thigh cut. Double jointed knees. There is no rotation at the calf. And then the ankle has a hinge which allows it to go that high up, that far down. And he has some pretty decent ankle pivot. And then going over Mankind's articulation. The head is on a ball joint, but there is limited articulation there, so that's about as much as it can go up and down. That is due to the plastic hair. Head can turn side to side, and not really tilt. Shoulders have a hinge to allow it to go that high up, can rotate all the way around. There is no bicep swivel, but he has a swivel at the elbow, and also a hinge which gets almost 90 degrees. Swivel and hinge at the wrist. There is an ab crunch here, however, it is very limited due to this plastic shirt, so not a whole lot of range of motion there. Waist swivel. Ball joints at the hips, which allow the legs to go that far out. They can go pretty high up. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Rotation above the shoe. Ankle has a hinge that allows it to go that high up, that far down, so not the best range of motion. And then there is a pretty good ankle pivot. Alright, and here is the new Elite 2-pack Rock next to the Ultimate Edition Rock figure, both wearing the same designs. However, the new Elite Rock, the logo on his trunks are a little bit bigger than the Ultimate Editions, and the red is a little bit brighter as well. Here he is next to the Defining Moments Rock figure that features the same design on the trunks. Here he is next to Elite 69 Rock, the best of the Attitude Era Rock with a swapped head. And then finally, here's the new Elite Rock next to a couple of my custom Rock figures that feature the same design but different colors. And then here's the new Elite 2-pack Mankind next to two previous released Mankind figures, his classic look, and the SummerSlam 1999 Mankind. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on the Rock and Sock Elite 2-pack? I absolutely love this 2-pack. I love it when Mattel gives us these Elite sets like these. So far, a lot of the recent ones have been very good, and this one is one of my favorites. I am a huge Rock fan, especially from this era. It's nice to have an Elite version that's 100% accurate, with the long sideburns, with the 1999 logo design, and actually having the lay at the SmackDown elbow pads, because the only time we've gotten those from Mattel were with two basic figures, a SummerSlam 99 Rock and a recent Rock vs. Triple H basic 2-pack. I like that we're getting another Mankind figure from that time period with an updated TrueFX printing head scan, and I even like the fact that it has the blue sweatpants, so it's something a little bit different from the previous one. I love all the accessories that this set comes with, including the Rocco sock. To my knowledge, I don't think we've ever gotten that from any company, so I do believe that is a first, having that Rocco sock. The Rock and Sock jackets came out very well, they look nice on the figures, and best of all, if you missed out on the Ultimate Edition Rock, I think having this one right here is a nice alternative because that Ultimate Edition figure has skyrocketed in price, and the new head scan on the Rock looks really good. So without a doubt, definitely pick this up. I think this is a solid set for your collection. Whether you're a big fan of the Attitude Era or Rock and Mankind, I would go as far as to say that this is probably an essential set to have. So if you haven't done so already, like this video and subscribe. If you want to have a chance to have a shout out in the next video, leave a comment down below, like Madden724 left a comment in the last video stating that I should make a Discord server so figure collectors can talk. So I don't know, I think that sounds like a good idea. Not sure if there would be enough interest in that, but let me know down below in the comment section if you'd be interested in that. Maybe I can look into that. Follow me on social media so you can keep up to date with all my wrestling figure photography, and I'll see you next time.